Welcome to the Red Chaise Confessionals. Oftentimes in life, we have been through things that we could not control, and we see our lives as less than a penny on the ground. But don't you know, my beautiful queen, that that penny on the ground has value to it, just like your life. Once that penny, that invaluable thing on the ground, is picked up and placed in the master's hand, in a creator's hand, it can become more than its value appears to be. In the midst of the thorns of your life, when storms are raging, there is something beautiful that is still living among and in the midst of those weeds of life. Welcome to the Red Chaise Confessionals, where we will together discuss, heal from all those wounds that have caused us to feel penniless, that have caused us to not know that in the midst of everything in our lives, something beautiful stands, arises, is created from that penny. We, beautiful women, unique, healed women, come out of the brushes into the marvelous light, into our beauty. We will together come out of the thorns and appear as that wonderful work of art that God has created us to be, has meant for us to be. We shall arise together while we discuss to the on our Richie's Confessional. You are beautiful, where we will discuss matters. You are wonderful of the heart. Hi there, and this is Auntie, and yes, this is the first episode of Red Chaise Confessionals. I'm so excited to be doing this on my Red Chaise. I invite you into my boudoir where we will be discussing things that matter to us as women. Men, you can come on in at any time you want to find out those issues that affect women and to gain more of a sensitivity to those things so that when you're dating and if you're married, you will be able to help your sister woman, your queen, be the best woman that she can be. Welcome to Red Chaise Confessional. You know, oftentimes as women, we go through things that we don't even want to admit to ourselves. As we see in the introduction, I talk about the woman who feels less than the value of a penny. Don't you believe, women, that you're worth more than that? Some women believe that they're worth the value of a handbag or a pair of shoes, maybe a dinner at a restaurant, maybe a sip of champagne at a nightclub. But you are so much more valuable than that, believe it or not. So tell me, women, why do you believe that you are less than what you are? What are your origins? What did you come from? How were you created? In what environment were you chosen to grow in? Who told you that your value was less than rubies, less than pearls, less than diamonds? Who told you that you could be bought with a diamond? Who told you that you were worthless? Who told you that it was okay to be a side chick? Who told you that it was okay to be second best? Who told you that you could not achieve, although you had some unfortunate circumstances to arise in your life? Who told you that because you had a baby, you were no longer valuable, or because you were no longer a virgin, that no one would want you. But the lowest of the low, who told you that virginity was a curse word? Who told you all of these things? Was it society? Was it your family? Was it your friends? Did you endure this in church? Was it heartbreak? Was it disappointment? Was it despair? Here at Red Chaise Confessionals, we are going to be talking about all those things that affect you. This is something that I have been wanting to do for a very, very long time. And I'm so glad that you all are interested in learning and healing together. We will be talking about all those issues that concern you. You know, as a woman, a beautiful woman created by God to be unique and to be His creation, I understand that my purpose is bigger than my circumstances. I understand that there are times in my life when I feel broken and I feel ugly, where I have bad hair days, where things are not working out the way that I want them to work out. Who am I to judge myself so harshly when God loves me and He's gracious towards me? When His love is overwhelming, where He causes all my ashes to turn into dancing, where He collects my tears and has my name tattooed in the palm of His hand, where He says that I can rest myself on Him and I can cast all my cares there too. He calls me lovely. He calls me His rose. He calls me His beautiful woman that was created by His precious hands. And so when I look at the women that are on reality television and that are being a representative of what we are as women, sometimes I find myself to be really disappointed. When I look at Twitter and I look at Instagram, Snapchat, and the like, I see women who degrade themselves for just a view. You are a view already. You are a vision of beauty, a vision of God's light, a vision of His grace and His power. And whomever that God is that you serve, that's who you represent. And not only that, you represent yourself. So when you sell yourself short for some chump change, guess what, boo? Chump change you will be. But when you value yourself and prize yourself above all things, you are like those pennies being collected on the street that brings luck and favor and soundness and stability and nurturing to a child, a woman, a friend, a man. You have to know as a woman what your value is. There's no excuse anymore for women to be trashy, hookers, trifling, hoes, thoughts, or anything like that. I know I'm hitting kind of low, but I want to hit low just to go high. Let me tell you something, sister girl. Let me tell you something, sister girl. You are valuable, regardless of what everybody thinks, regardless of what even you think. Sure, you can speak life over your life and death over it as well. You have the power that is within your mouth to control who and what you are. You also have the power to control what people see in you. Now, what you don't have the power to do, is to control the haters. But who cares about those? You're going to get those anyway. Don't you know that the origin of the penny, which now has been changed, came from Lady Liberty? That many people thought that she was too wild and her hair was too wild, and they did many renditions of the penny. Eventually, Theodore Roosevelt decided that he wanted to turn it, the penny head, into Lincoln. How many women have been hurt and been told that they were too wild and they were too... A lot of times, we as women hate on each other. Even when I come out on my page or my channel and I am doing reviews, I get hateful comments. Who am I to think that I am above hateful comments? Who am I to think that I am better than someone else? I am not better than someone else. I am better than my best. See, I have to give all of who I am, authentically being me. And if authentically being me offends you, then I apologize. This channel is for those women who want to make a change. This channel is for those women who want to do better, have better, be more, do more, live better. Don't you get tired of mediocre? Don't you get tired of living below your means? Well, guess what? Come on and sit down on Auntie's red sofa, Auntie's Red Chaise, and let's discuss those things that will help you heal. Psychiatrist. I am not one of those people who will sit there and self-diagnose your problems, because I have a whole lot of plaques on the back of my wall. And while I respect everybody in the medical profession, I just did not have the wherewithal to do that. But guess what? I have the wherewithal to live my life, and to live the best life, and to improve my life, and to help you to improve yours. I love people in the medical profession because they can break things down and make you understand the science of your life. But God is the one who makes you understand the heart of the science of your life. See, we all are created in three parts. We have to understand what those three parts are, and we have to understand how to operate within those three parts. Because really, we all are spirits, and we live in an earth suit, or we live in skin. Even and in that skin that we have, you have what you call sexes. You have a female sex and the male sex. And this will be geared towards the female. All of us in all our splendor. Now, I know some of you all are probably going to be skeptical and be like, who is she? Who is she to tell me about my life? Then maybe I'm not for you. But just stick around. See if there's something that is appetizing to you. You know, when you go and you have a nice dinner, let's say you have a bone-in steak, or some chicken maybe, or maybe some ribs. You're always going to have the bone to go along with the meat. Those things that are not for you, treat it like a bone. Throw it out. But don't leave the meat on the plate. Eat the meat. Eat the meat of what I am saying. Whatever you can digest. Whatever helps you to grow. Eat that. Don't leave it and cast it out with the bones. In life, we're not going to always agree. It is what it is with life. And especially with women. And especially with young women. But you know what? I'm hoping that when you come to Red Chaise Confessionals, that this is something that this is a place where you can feel safe. I had someone to ask me a question about being in a loving relationship with a man and not really feeling secure about herself, always judging herself against other women. How do you handle that? There are times when we all have felt insecure, insignificant, and less than beautiful. How do you handle that? Well, guess what? This is the place where we will discuss all those things. If you have questions or life circumstances and situations that you want Auntie to answer, always feel free to send it to me at aunties2cents@gmail.com. If you send it to me there, I'll answer it. I'll come on and we'll discuss it. There will also be opportunities for live chats And I think that that'll be great. Now, this is just an introductory video. This is not where Red Chaise Confessions will be held. They will be held on my other YouTube site. So please go over there and like and subscribe to that so that you are made aware when these videos are up. I am going to try to get them to you every Sunday so that you will have something to eat on, some encouragement for the week. And that YouTube address is Auntie's Advice without the apostrophe. So it is AUNTIES Advice, no apostrophe. Please don't forget to go over there and subscribe to that channel. Let me tell you something, women, you are worth it. You are beautiful. You are lovely. You are worth it. You are worthy. You are a queen and a princess in your own right. You don't have to strip butt naked for someone to be able to appreciate you. If they weren't there in the birthing room to appreciate you coming out of the womb and coming into God's and inhaling breath for the first time and seeing you naked and seeing the value of who you are, then guess what? Your value isn't wrapped up in your birthday suit. Beauty. But that is even in the eye of the beholder. If someone doesn't deem you beautiful, does that mean that you're not beautiful? Absolutely it doesn't. Please like and subscribe to my channel and to this one. And let's get healed and whole together. Love you all. May God's grace continue to shine on you. May you worship Him in beauty and in truth. And in closing, I'm going to leave you with this. He loves you especially